I'm here with the current WBC Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Tony Bellew. How you doing, Tony?
I'm okay, mate. Living the regular day-to-day life in my fancy plush hotel room, which is the Holiday Inn Express. Putting my meal into the microwave. My pre-prepared meal by my missus, which is asparagus, sweet potato and chicken breast. So, you know, I'm living the dream, mate.
Yeah. I think everybody in the world knows you've got a fight coming up on the 4th of March.
Yes.
How's preparation going for that one at the moment?
Do you know what, mate? I've had a few issues in camp. I've had some colds and coughs and shit like that, but nothing really to write home about. It's just it's camp. You know, you push your body to the limit, your immune system's low, you get sick. We can't all reside in Miami, mate, in the hot weather. So, you know, I'm cracking on with things. You know, it's no worse of a camp than I've had before. I've had worse camps, I've had injuries, I'm injury free, that's what I will say. And I'm just working hard, mate, every single day to get the most out of my body that I can. And believe you me, I'm prepared. I'm prepared for a 20-second fight or you know, a 36-minute fight. I'm prepared for both. I'm prepared for every possibility that can happen in this fight.
Just touching on your training camp, is training been any different for you now that you don't need to get to a certain weight limit?
No, mate, not at all. I'm still on a diet. I'm still eating healthy. I know it might not look like that, but I am. I'm working hard. I'm driven, mate. I'm not driven by the craziness of trying to win a world title anymore. I'm driven by the one thing that's always motivated me, and that's to get home safe to my 3 kids. And by pushing myself to the limit and making sure I'm in the best possible shape I can be, that's what allows me to go into the ring knowing I'm getting home safe to my 3 kids. And that's why, see, this is the big thing with everybody always asks us, can Tony Bellew still stay motivated after that great night for him at Goodison Park, his dream location? He's won his world title. You know, he's done everything that he set out doing boxing. Can he still stay motivated? Well, that's a silly question, because for me, the ultimate goal is getting home safe after every fight. So that alone makes me push myself to a hard, horrible place. And I'll do it again, mate, on March the 4th. I can't wait for March the 4th. I'm anticipating a great night, a great fight, and another win, mate. It's business as usual for me.
What actually started it off between the two of you? Is it been going on for a wee while, or is it something that's gradually escalated?
He come out and said that anybody can get it. That's the exact words he used. Anybody can get it. Heavyweights, cruiserweight, anybody. And so I can't take offence, because I was just coming off the back of a good win. I wanted to make my name get out there a little bit more. I hadn't won the world title yet. And, you know, ultimately, I've always looked at him as a cruiserweight. You know, ideally, I'm not a heavyweight. No, I'm not. I'm not a legitimate heavyweight. And that's a fact. That's the way it is. But I don't believe he is either. I believe he's a manufactured heavyweight. I believe he's a heavyweight who's built himself up, filled himself with water to get to that weight.
Was it easy to kind of not do a defence of your title and take this fight? Was it easy for you to kind of make the decision?
Well, to be honest, mate, I've already won the world title and I've already defended it. It was a good fight. I won it in March, I defended it in the October. And being totally honest, I'm a prize fighter, and the prize was far bigger in this fight than it was in another title defence in any unification fight. So, you know, ultimately, I'm not in this sport to please other fighters. I'm in it to secure my family and my kids. That's why I'm in this sport for. It's the only way I can earn in the world, and you know, this fight pays me considerably more money than another title defence and than a unification fight. So for me, after I defended the title against Blowjob Flores, Haye his best mate, I only seen fit that, you know, basically I chose Blowjob because he is his mate. And I made sure I got rid of him in the way that I did, purely just to annoy Sideshow Bob, to be honest, and it worked a treat.
What's your plans? Are you going to be, if you win this fight, will you be staying at heavyweight, or would you come back down?
what I will do is I'm a man of my word, and I'm anticipating a lot of excuses after this fight. I'm anticipating, I didn't take him seriously and this and that. So, do you know what I'm going to do, mate? I'm going to give him a rematch. That's what I'm going to do. As long as I'll see how Marius Bradis and Marco Huck goes on, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be in a pretty damaging fight. And I'll give this pussy a rematch, mate. That's what I'll do after I've beaten him. I think it makes sense. And like I say, he's definitely going to make every excuse under the sun. I mean, what's he going to blame it on this time? A sore toe, a finger, broken fingernail, a damaged hairband. It could be anything with this fella, mate. He's a prima donna. So, I am anticipating huge excuses after the fight. There'll be no excuses from me. If I happen to lose, which I could do in this fight, then I will have lost to the better man on the night. But with him, there's always an excuse. There's reason to losing to Vladimir Klitschko was, I've got a sore toe. There's reason to losing to Carl Thompson was, I wasn't experienced enough and I was just a boy. He wasn't a boy, he was a grown-ass man. So he's full of excuses, this fella. And I'm pretty sure he'll have some excuse after he loses to me. And his excuse will probably be, he didn't take me seriously. That's why he's being on yacht.
Yeah.
And sunning it up in Miami.
Dave Caldwell's gym is really thriving at the moment. Is there different kind of juice that you are having up there? That you're such a great gym.
Do you know what, mate? We work hard. We've got a good coach, someone who's experienced the game, someone who's been around boxing at every level. So we just work hard. We always remember this: professional boxing is not a team sport. And it would be wrong to profess that with some kind of team. We're loners who work together at times, train together today. But ultimately, we get in there and perform on our own, mate. We know we're on our own. Boxing's the loneliest sport in the world, 99% of the time.
I spoke to Dave a few weeks ago, and he said that every single one of you gives 100% every time, and that's all he asks for is just your effort.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think I do. I think Dave will vouch, I'm one of the most dedicated people he's ever come across. But, like I say, that's just one of the ingredients that's needed to be a world champion. There's many other things that is needed at this level.
David Price suffered a bad defeat a couple of weeks ago. What did you make of David Haye's comments on Twitter about that?
I think he's an absolute gobshite of a man to say such things. You've got to remember, he's not talking about a stranger here, so people likened his comments to what I said about David Haye's previous two opponents, the Maggot and Demori, the internet boxer. Now, that is nothing like the same. David Haye used to promote David Price. David Haye has sparred many rounds with David Price, probably somewhere, dozens and dozens. He knows him personally. And to make a mockery of a man's downfall who you personally know is an absolute disgrace. David Price is at the lowest of the low at the moment, and the last things he needs is belittling and berating and made a mockery by God. It's absolutely disgusting. It's wrong. Don't make a mockery of any man's downfall. Like I said, the we picked up on Demori and Giraj the Maggot was basically because they should never have been in a ring with David Haye. And that was my point. I wasn't making a mockery of them two. I was making a mockery of him for picking them as opponents. So you got to understand, me and David Price are long-time friends. I don't have many people in the boxing world who I would say they are my friend. He is one of them. So I felt that defeat. And it was heartbreaking to see me mate go through such an ordeal. He was flying in certain rounds. I physically watched him spar 12 rounds 8 days before that fight with two fresh opponents. And I just thought, it's just down to anxiety on the night and nerves. And some people deal with it better than others, mate. That's the only way I can say it.
I'd seen an interview that with Tom Little, and he said that he'd been up doing work with David Price, and he knows that he was fit. So he says it must just be something in his mind that's keeping him back.
Oh, listen to me. He was fit. David was fit. It's different, mate, for different people. You know, the nerves, how you control them, anxiety. I watched him in the gym. There were two good guys in the gym, and he was going well, mate. 12 rounds, no problem. And the pace was high for the heavyweight too.
Derry Matthews was on the undercard against O'Hara Davis. Well, Derry's a good friend of yours as well. How do you see that fight going?
It's a good fight, and I'm hoping Derry can pull it off. That's like been a good friend of mine for a long time. Good fighter, mate. Really being good for Liverpool boxing and British boxing. You know, you got to remember this guy's got a win over former world champion Anthony Crolla, a knockout victory at that. So it's a great victory. You know, Derry Matthews is a solid fighter. He's a really good fighter. He's given a lot to British boxing. I'd love to see him turn the tables in this one and turn the clock back to the old Derry Matthews that we all know and love. And believe you me, mate, this is the biggest test of our Davies' career by far. He's going in with a genuine puncher, a guy who's mixed at every level of the sport, and someone who can really punch as well at all times. So I'm hoping that he can pull it off. Like I say, he's a good friend of mine, and you know, no badness to old Harry Davies. You know, if he loses this one, he can come again. It's a learning process. This business, you've got to learn to walk before you can run, mate. And a lot of the talk is like as if, you know, this boy's already running with the Usain Bolt of boxing. Well, he's not, and he's got to learn. But we'll soon see.
Finally, Tony, have you any special mentions you'd like to give to anybody?
Special mentions? Not really, mate. I mean, honestly, I'd just like to say, you know, I was devastated by what happened to my friend David Price. But you have to understand this is boxing, and this can happen, mate, at these levels of the sport. It was heartbreaking to see, but ultimately, you know, this is boxing, and you know, he knows that, I know it. This is a very fickle sport. You have to remember, David Price was dominating the British heavyweight scene at one stage. He walked and blazed through absolutely everybody, and then, you know, he got derailed by a couple of drug cheats. And you know, it seems to have kind of scarred him. And it's wrong, you know, it's disgusting that these drug cheats are still allowed to be in the sport to this day. So, you know, that's probably the parting shot I'd like to do. These drug cheats in boxing are a fucking disgrace, and they need ban them for life. If you fail a drug test for performance enhancing drugs, you need to be banned from boxing for life. It's as simple as that.
Totally. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Tony. I appreciate your time.
Pleasure, mate, anytime at all, lad.
And I wish you all the best for the 4th of March as well.
Thanks, mate. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to get hold of that dog shy like, but anything you need, just give me a call.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you very much.
Thanks, lad.
Right, speak to you later, Tony.
Bye.
Right, bye-bye.